Hi, this is Kelly Bowman with Organizing by Kelly, and I wanted to talk to you this morning about goals and actually reaching them. It's very hard to reach goals, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. If you do this process that I do love to complete my goals. I'm all about it. And since I've been doing it this particular way, it's worked a lot better for me in my life than in past when I've just written it down. So in this process, you need a pen and paper and tape for the wall. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So if you want to complete your goals, the first thing you have to do, obviously, is write out your goals list. I do this seasonally and yearly and for New Year's resolutions and birthdays. I'm a goal obsessed person. I have lots of purpose in my life, and that's the way that makes me feel happy. But I would suggest doing this right now for the season because it's something that actually can get incorporated into your schedule and get going on. If you write goals that are super far out, it's much harder to reach them. But if you set them with the intention of starting them right now for the season, it works better. Especially since there's different goals that get done in different seasons, right? Like, I'm not going to teach my children to ride their bikes in the middle of winter, right? I want that goal for summertime. So right now for my winter goals, I have 3. I have the goal of meal prepping. I have the goal of yoga every day. And I have the goal of lessons for my children after school every day to help them further with their reading and writing. Okay, so first things first, what I do, I take a pen and paper and I write down, I say goals list for, and then I put like a 3-month window, and I put the date. Then you just 1, 2, 3, 4. I suggest not doing so many goals. This is really to complete some goals here. And when you set so many goals for a season, sometimes it's harder to fit it all in. But you can do it if you'd like. So, because I just have the 3. So I write down my goals list. But the most important thing right now is you do not just leave it in your journal, because that way you're not looking at it every day. You need to have this staring at you in the face every day to remind you of the things that you want to do in your life. So you got to tape it to the wall. And not just any wall. Don't hide it in the corner wall where you're not ever going to see it. Put it somewhere where you always are. Mine is the kitchen. I walk into the kitchen from the back where our car is, and then we walk into the kitchen, and bam, I see that list. And if I'm not doing that list, it reminds me of that as well. So you tape it somewhere where you actually are going to be reminded of it. Very important. That is key. Okay, now you're going to write your what makes me happy daily list. Ooh, this is the best list and the most important thing that I've ever done with lists in my life. What makes you happy daily? It's not what just makes you happy in your life in general. It's what makes you happy daily. It's the little things that count, not the big things. It's the little things. For me, my happy daily list, I like to take my vitamins every day. I do not know what it is with that. But when I'm feeling kind of, I just don't even know what to do with myself. Oh, I'm such a failure. Who am I? There's something weird about starting to do these healthy habits that make you feel really good and give you little bursts of endorphins, right? And one for me is vitamins, because it makes me feel responsible, like I'm doing something for myself. No matter how I feel, I took the vitamins. Wow. So I put vitamins on my list. Another thing, and this is really funny, but I like to skin scrub in the bathtub. I like to take salt baths because salt is good and detoxifies you. And then skin scrubbing, taking off all the dead skin on your body. It's just so liberating to me. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel like I'm getting clean, and that gives me endorphins. And then also one is listening to Neil Young. And I listen to Neil Young while I'm in the bathtub with the salt, scrubbing my skin. And it just makes me feel better. So this is a list that gives you energy. It's a list that gives you positivity and confidence. And it's a list you can always go to. And it's not like you do the whole list. Like I put on there nature, hang out with friends and family, frog pose with yoga, because hip openers release a lot of tension for me and make me feel really good. So I put all those things on the list, but that doesn't mean you have to do those things every day. It just reminds you that it's the little things in life that make us happy. Okay, moving on. So you make your little what makes me happy daily list. Okay, write that as the title. Now you stick it on the wall next to your goals list. Yes. This is your little command center of purpose in your life. Okay, what's next? Now, how are we going to complete these goals? Yeah, you wrote out the list. Big deal. How are you going to actually incorporate it into the schedule so that goals get done? This is the most important part. So you take your pen and paper and you make your weekly schedule, not monthly schedule, but weekly schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now you write out what you actually do on those days that you pretty much have to do. You got to go to work. You got soccer practice for your kids this day. You got band practice this day. You know, this day you always meet with this person, whatever. You write out the things that you have to complete during the week. And then you take the goals and you start deciding where are you going to put that into your life. For me, the yoga every day, I put it every day. That's my yoga every day. And I put a time for yoga every day. I know that the only time I'm going to do yoga, if I do yoga, is in the morning. And it's got to be early. I can't do yoga later in the day because of my schedule. I have to do what actually works with these goals. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do yoga day and night. No, you're not going to do yoga day and night. You might do yoga in the morning if you get up early enough before the kids wake up and you have to make them breakfast, right? Okay, but you want it. You want the yoga, right? I want the yoga. So I have to get up at 5:45 in the morning to do the yoga. I know that. I know that that's the time. That's my window. So I write it on the schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have to do yoga every day. It's important to me. And then lessons with the kids. I know that I want to do these lessons with the kids, but they don't have to be every day. Maybe I put it on there as every day, but maybe that didn't work. So now I'm going to decide on the days that I want to do those and put that into the schedule. And what time would you do them at? Well, the only time that we would probably do them at is after school, before dinner. So I write that in there and then I decide on the days I want to do that. And then I forgot what the other goal was, but you just write that in there as well, okay? So you're writing in your goals for the week. Then you stick that on the wall. I know everything has to go on the wall, and there's a reason for that. Because if you write down all these things and they stay in a journal, you're not going to be reminded of them, and you might not do them. You're not being held accountable for them. Because you're the only person that's going to hold yourself accountable for this. Nobody else cares about your goals. So how are you going to do it? Well, you guys stick it on the wall in the most important spot in your house. That's the way you do it. And if you're a perfectionist and you want to make it look pretty, make the list look pretty. Make them look awesome and then stick them on the wall. Whatever. It's important, though, to put them on the wall. So now you have all of the things on your wall. So start doing them, okay? I also suggest getting a calendar, a big one. I have an awesome calendar. It's like this laminated big calendar for dry erase board kind of calendar. And I take the dry erase marker and I write different things in there. But that also holds you accountable. And I would suggest putting that in the same spot as you would put these other things. And this is your little command center of purpose in your life. It works for me. I hope it works for you. I hope that you take these goals and you fly. And you know, if they don't work for different parts of the week, don't worry about it. You fix the schedule and you adjust, because life is all about adjusting. It's all about flexibility. You can't just have it one way and think, okay, it's going to work this way. And then when it doesn't, you just give up. No, you just incorporate it in a different way. And I do have to say that even if one of those goals get completed, then you just kicked some butt, because it is really hard to complete goals. So when you look back on it after the season's over and you're like, yeah, I didn't really do the yoga every day, but I really kicked butt on doing those lessons with the kids when I said I would. And no, they didn't happen on the exact day that I said them, but every time I read that list, I went and got that lesson out. It's about being reminded. That's all it is. Don't be such a perfectionist about it, that I do it all or nothing at all. Well, it isn't about all or nothing. It's about doing as much as you possibly can when you can do it. And that's what it's about, because life really is all about flexibility and going with the flow, the ebb and flow of life. But we try so hard to just incorporate 1 or 2 goals every season, and then you grow and you expand, and it's amazing, and you evolve. Because goals are really, really important, and we need to set them and complete them. So I hope this works. Good luck. Tell me about it. You can message me and tell me how these goals are going, throughout the season, because I'm going to be doing mine too, and I'll give you an update of mine also. Let's all work together to complete our goals and make this planet beautiful and a better place. Okay, Love you guys. Bye. Thanks for listening.